Hey lads, so we're back for another Battle Zones match. This time we're back on Nevel. I haven't played a Nevel match for a little bit, so I was keen to get a match out on this map. Bit of a backstory. I'm versing a guy called Hench. Now he jumped in the Discord. He's new to PvP, so what I've done is I've picked probably the worst faction to play on Nevel because I thought it would be a relatively cruisy game. So I went the US, which we all know struggles infantry wise early on. I feel like Nevel's a map where you want lots of infantry, and I went for a doctrine that I would never usually go, which is the irregular doctrine. I thought I'd have a play around with something new. So, as you can judge by the length of the game, things didn't exactly go to plan for me. So, I made things hard for myself, but it is a pretty good match. So, strap in and get keen. So, what I'm doing here, I'm not going for my usual tactic of obviously setting up on the hill because I won't have the numbers for it, essentially. And at this point, I was kind of thinking, oh, I don't want to steamroll this bloke because he's new to PvP. Like I want him to have a good time. So at my own peril, I'm kind of taking it easy at the start, and you'll see why that was a mistake relatively soon. Because it turns out old mate's actually been watching a fair few of my videos, and he's for his first game, he's actually pretty switched on. So I've got my squad going into the middle. I'm capping my objective. I'm not covering that southeast flank because, again, I A, don't have the infantry, and B, thought it would be an easy game. He hasn't come to the middle point yet. I was actually talking to him on the on Discord at the same time, and I was just saying to him, "Oh, don't forget to cap your north point," because I didn't think he was going there. But he did, so it was good. And he's got a squad pushing over from there now, so I still can't get my second squad out. Just kind of holding the line at the minute. At the second, I was quite comfortable. So he has actually forgotten to get that cap. Slaughtered me here, though. I don't know how he slaughtered me so badly. And this is me trying to set him on fire. I was trying to see if I could set all the shrubbery on fire. So now I can get my second squad in. Very nice. So I'm bringing them up. Thought I'd just bring them into the middle. Apparently I decided against it. Now I'm taking him left. But I reckon I do bring him back to the middle. Yeah. He's cleared me out. So good play on his part. Completely cleared me out. He's actually pushed my point with another squad. So I've had to divert that squad right. So I did not see that coming. Very good play, mate. So I'm sending that squad over to counter what he's doing. He's got me on the back foot very early. He's wiped my squad, my initial squad. So now I'm basically back at square one with 3 minutes already played with just my one squad. A couple of boys left in the middle, but not enough. So at this point, I was like, oh crap. I might have to switch it on a little here. So because he doesn't have his point capped, I thought I'd send the cavalry recon team up there to try and alleviate the pressure off me. It's got no support. They're likely all going to die straight away, but my theory here was just get some boys on that point, get the cap happening, and stop them from reinforcing middle or this objective. My guys are acting brain dead right now. I don't know why my US infantry was struggling so much against his infantry, but they were just getting absolutely slammed. Like this Lanti Salaranta M26 is just shredding me. So now it's just a matter of waiting for Doctrine. Nothing else I can do at this point. I am capping the middle still though, so he's taken all his units off the middle, so that was good. So I've managed to get his attention on that north point, but he is capping, so very nice. Oh, absolutely slaughtering me. Fire in the hole! I reckon he's Finland too, so There we go. Yeah, he's Finland as well, which means he can just pump out stupid amounts of infantry. So I'm very much up against it at the minute with my doctrine choice, or my faction choice as well, I should say. So it goes to show,
Yes, sir.
don't take it easy on anyone if you really want to win, because you know having to sometimes you can get lucky and your doctrine can perfectly counter your opponents. Um, Obviously, this was me just being stupid, thinking it'd be easy, but yeah, sometimes you just get unlucky and they'll have a doctrine that counters you. What's actually happened here is he's pushed up to this house here. I'd actually hidden my officer in that house, so he's just killed my officer 5 minutes into the game. So that is a big loss for me. Now I'm obviously not going to have the same amount of units as him. So that was quite a loss. I did bring in the infantry gun though. Really all I had that was half decent. Because he's kind of pushed up on my spawn, I've just thrown it out. And I'll just let it get to work. Right now it's just about regaining my position on the south there. So some of my Mongarans are doing that. I reckon I've caught his soldiers out in the middle of the map. So he's got a tank coming around. The FT-17. They're actually a pretty good tank. They're very slow, but they're actually pretty hard to kill. It actually takes a few of my heat shells to deal with it. So I'm still trying to slowly climb onto the middle point. I've bought the MG-MC M13 in. It's like a anti-aircraft half-track. It's got 50 cows on it. It's elite. It's only got the 2, but it's good enough. So bought that in, try and regain possession of this point. I was a little in panic mode at this point, I'll be honest, because I didn't expect the game to go like this. Things went wrong for me very quick, but I think at this point I've kind of stabilised a little bit. So as I said, it's just about regaining the point closest to me. He's brought out another tank as well, which just showed up on the north if you didn't see it. M13's doing some good work. So I thought that was a pretty good buy actually. Cleared him off this point. Things were pretty dire for a second there, but we've managed to stop the bleeding. And now I'm just trying to establish myself a little bit. So that's just something. What was I going to say with that? Pushing the tank up like that, that's just obviously, he's probably only played against the AI. Obviously against the AI you can just throw your tanks in like that. So yeah, in future, don't bring tanks up, man, because you'll probably have a bad time. So it actually worked in my favour that he started bringing tanks out, because it meant that it kind of stopped him from bringing infantry out and allowed me to even the odds a little bit. Because I've only got, 1.5 squads out at the minute. There's not really, I can only really fight effectively on one position. But with him getting the tanks out, obviously the numbers advantage dwindles down. Especially once I start taking out the tanks. So he's charging at my gun here. I think he's trying to get a grenade on it. Not today, son. So the M13 was a good buy, I thought. And the infantry gun's done its job for me. Doesn't do too much for the rest of the match, to be honest, the infantry gun. I just kind of sit it on defense. But I'm bringing the M13 around. My plan here, because he's cleared me out the middle, my plan is to head around the hill, and I'm sending a squad there as well, and I'm going to try and get a push on his north objective. He's only got that tank in the middle spawn, so I wasn't overly worried. I thought I'd try and get a few AT grenades on there, but that's what I mean with him not getting the infantry. If he'd kept pumping infantry in, I would still be under immense pressure right now. So that'll come with games though. Next time I play him, I guarantee you
Any orders, sir?
he'll probably be even better again.
Ready, sir.
Hopefully next time I have a half decent faction.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I just don't really like playing as the US. In open maps, they're okay. Like, they're good because if you can hold off till 10 minutes, then you can start really putting the pressure on. So 10 minutes in, 453 to 247 his way. So we're at the 10-minute mark. So now I can start pumping at my own infantry. But if you get on the back foot too early with the US, it screws you, I think. Here's me just trying to get a few sneaky grenade kills. I don't know why he threw a grenade behind him, but okay. So I'm risking it a little bit, and I'm just sending the M13 out.
Aye, sir.
Let's see if I can't get a few sneaky kills, catch him off guard. I'm thinking about getting a mortar, but I thought I'd hold off until I had, infantry to push into the middle, like a decent amount. So I've managed to catch his infantry off guard. All lined up for me, ready to go. Just need to take out the AT infantry. The half track takes a bit of a beating, not gonna lie. Some good kills there. I thought this was good play, wrapping around. He does counter me though, and very shortly, once I do with this dude, he'll bring a tank up. My gun's bigger than yours. So I've got the lads in now. Thought I'd try and get a few foxholes dug to hide in. I should be moving my M13 away at the minute. Just trying to spread them out as best I can. Here we go, now I'm getting it out, stuff. He swung his tank around. And as you can see up north, he's bought another one. So he's pushed my M13 off point quite well. So now I've got obviously no support there. I can't bring it back either because he'll kill me. Now this is dumb. Watch this stupid thing happen. I missed. Good little juke there actually. If he was controlling that, that was good. Juked me. I think that's what you call it, like in rugby, NFL, when you step them. A juke. Yeah, and I hit the pole. Idiot. So that cost me actually. If I had taken that tank out, I reckon I would hold that point, but now those boys are left to the slaughter, so we'll leave them with it. I have got a bazooka team. I'm sitting up on that hill. And it does quite well for me up there, actually.
Awaiting orders, sir.
I've got my M13 still hidden. And I finally grabbed this squad. It comes with a flamethrower, which comes in handy. You'll see me use that quite effectively, I think so. Yeah, these guys are dead. There's no chance of them living. They do have 2 rifle grenadiers, so perhaps I could have attempted to push that tank, but I didn't. So he's now recapping. So good play by old mate Hench there. He's completely kicked me off that, and he's got the upper hand again with 2 positions under his control.
Ready to go, sir.
He's not out capping me in the middle that much though, so I'm just pushing this bazooka team in and putting another team on the left here just to get that cap weight in my favour. He has reinforced it a little bit though. You can see them actually charging up to me. What I think he's doing is he's getting the silhouette to show and then he's clicking, so they just sprint to that position instead of just like tapping, like single clicking on a random position and letting them stop if they come under fire. I think that's what's happening. So for any of you that don't know, when the silhouette comes and they're like showing them behind cover and then you click it for them to go to that cover, they will run there without stopping, and it will get you guys killed if they conga line past a machine gun or something. So always just single click it close to where you want them and then micro it once they get there. But I am capping now, so that's good. I've managed to even the infantry numbers, I think, at this point. Especially because he's got multiple tanks. And I've taken one of them out. I do still have my infantry gun though. I should probably have bought that up. But I decided to get the flame tank. So I didn't know it was a flame tank. But it is. Which is quite cool. I thought it was just a regular Sherman. I don't actually use the flamethrower in it, to be honest. So here we go. What I'm doing here is I'm going to smoke out the corridor in the middle of the point. And then I was going to bring my flamethrower guy up and just torch that house where he's hiding infantry. So this is a flamethrower tank. How cool. I probably could have pushed that into the middle and done it, but I didn't want to get this killed. I needed a half-decent tank. He's got a lot of light tanks around the place, so this tank more than capable of dealing with those, so I thought I'd just keep it back and deal when I need to. As you can see there on the right, in the southeast, he's actually bringing something around. I didn't realise at the time, I thought it was like an armoured car. It's actually a bicycle. So he got the bicycle dude, I've never seen anyone use it. And he's bringing it around to see what I have. It's like a scout. But not a bad little play there. But my flamethrower's doing some really good work. And now I'm trying to torch the tank. Die! I don't actually end up killing the tank, which kind of sucks. But I managed to clear it, so that was quite good. I thought that was a good play. Somehow the flamethrower's still alive. So I've got my mortar up. Mortars are always good for maps like this, just to hold the point. So my thoughts now were to just cement my positions in the middle and on the right there. I didn't really want to make a push on that north objective because it was likely just going to dwindle out and cost me units. I had my MG13, my M13 half track there, so I wasn't too worried about that bicycle dude. I was a little worried about my officer. So what I actually end up doing is putting the infantry gun on the right there just to cover that position. Don't know when I get around to doing it, but I do end up doing it. And this bazooka team, it's lucky I sat him there. I forgot about him completely. And hench ended up happening to walk a tank past it, so that was quite good. And it seems this mortar's causing a bit of mayhem for him now. I'm not a big fan of using mortars offensively, but they're so good defensively. It's almost like having an artillery signaler that doesn't stop shooting. So in comes my next squad. He actually pushed close to my boys, so my mortar was hitting my own men. It's quite annoying. Still got that tank. I kept forgetting that they were bazookas and thinking they were Panzerfaust. Bazookas have obviously half decent range, so I wouldn't go for things, but now I am. One thing I'd love in this game is if you could jump fences in this mode. So tanks down. I've actually managed to take the lead now. If you look up on the scoreboard, which is good for me. I'm hiding the bazooka guy there just for later, in case he brings another tank to the middle. And I've noticed him bringing a tank on the right here, so I'm scooting my Sherman over to deal with that. I've also got the dude with heat shells here, so I'm hoping he can get a few sneaky shots on. Get him! What a flame tank. Flame tank v flame tank. Let's go. And boom! So he didn't expect that. Luckily his bicycle dude actually didn't see the tank. I can't remember if he brought the bicycle dude around when I had the tank. Either way, managed to do with that. And he's actually bringing another tank around. It's a T-34, I believe. So I'm not sure if my tank actually has enough to pen that. So I'm bringing that back behind cover. I've got my bazooka dude running around. I actually did manage to get a shot on him, which was quite nice. I tracked him. So now he's just bait. And luckily for me, there's not that much infantry around it. I do go full retard here though. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So I hit the tree. Second time I've hit something when I should have killed the tank. So I'm setting another AT team up. At the moment I'm comfortable though. We're 20 minutes in, 582, 418 my way, 2020 if you want to put it that way. I'm in a good position I think. His infantry advantage has pretty much died out at this point. So now it's just a matter of, you know, whose gameplay is going to win the match. So I thought I, at this point, had the advantage. Especially because I've still got my tank sitting there. His tanks are sitting dark. He is bringing infantry to push my point, which is actually a really good move. I don't have a lot on there, but I do still have a lot of support. So, as you'll see, all I do is whip the support out, and we're good to go. But he's actually bazookaed my tank, quite rude. But he only hit the tracks, so that was okay. I've cleared them out though, so it was a good push on his part. Probably would have worked if he had his tank up, if his tank was kind of pushing with him. But, and also if he had the element of surprise, I was lucky I kind of caught him out in the open there, running across. I should have men stationed on the southeast there. That's why it's good to have vision. Like vision matters. Yes, it might seem like having one dude in the middle of nowhere for half the game is useless, but it generally helps being able to see out on the flanks. For the specific reason of like this. He's pushed a tank up on the left on the hill to try and get around me. Had a bazooka dude there ready to go. If you only had like a random infantryman there, it gives you time to bring a bazooka dude up. So he's trying to go with the pistol. Get out of here. So I've managed to take out the T-34. I was very lucky. I've repaired my tank now. Happy days. I'm now going back on the offensive with my M13 and a squad. So it's good not to stay stagnant. You want to keep doing something. I felt like I was pretty comfortable on these two positions. I think I had time to set up and make a push on his point and put the pressure back on him.
Yes, sir.
I kind of want to stay on the offensive, even though I'm winning. The best defense is a good offense, essentially. So if he's constantly reacting to me, it doesn't give him a chance to set up and push my positions. Because my positions are quite vulnerable. Like I don't actually have a lot. My tank, it's a decent tank, but it's not the strongest. And my infantry gun, you know, not that hard to deal with, I don't think. And obviously I've only got the M13, which is about to die, I think. Oh, actually, I think I get it out. Ooh, almost. So he's put another tank. He's lost quite a bit of equipment at this point, though, so I think he was struggling to get units out. Alright, so now I'm capping. I think that's an SU something. Assault gun. So he's bringing that around. I've got to hide my my half track. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually wrapping it around the point to see if I can get shots on his soldiers at the back of the middle point. Also smoking out.
Medic over here.
So Flamey boy did some good work. I managed to shoot the dude off the machine gun on the back. That's quite good. So, this is a good play. I'm charging the flamethrower at him, so he thinks I'm I'm controlling this dude running at him, and I've got my bazooka guys running at him from the other side, which he can't see. So we were actually talking in Discord, and he was like panicking, going, "Oh, turn the engine away, engine away." He didn't realise that I was actually sneaking a bazooka dude behind him. So I thought that was a pretty good play. Play of the day, I reckon. I'm going to call it play of the day. But 25 minutes in, and we are at 859 to 383 my way. So I've wrestled control of the match heavily in my favour at this point. There becomes a point where you just lose too much equipment. And I think he's at that point now. My M13's doing some awesome work at the back there. But it's been a great match. As I said, he caught me completely off guard at the start there. It was a brilliant match in the end. I thought it would just be a 10-15 minute match, just kind of slowly roll over, but no, it was a very good match, and he definitely kept me on my toes. Fighting with one officer all game was quite hard, actually. Just because the whole time I've had barely any infantry on the field. I was just lucky that he was bringing tanks out and I was managing to kill those tanks. So I've got the Calliope. I wanted to use the rockets before the game ended. But GG guys, I accidentally paused it here. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.